Do I want to draw and lock up the 60% chance, or risk it?
We just saw Justin Haas besting Blue-White Miracles last round. He's paired against Brad Nelson with Blue-White Red, who's faring significantly better. Is already up a game against Justin, and has a hand with a Tameo and a Terminus, and a bunch of other spells that are probably not as good as those ones, but probably good enough. It looks like I see, I think, a Pillar of Flame and a second Tameo in that hand. Sublime Archangel is a pretty good card against Tameo. In this spot, Brad has just tapped out to do nothing.
Looks like draw one card. Looks like he wants to use the -2.
If he wants to use the -2, that's fine.
Wow,
We're cycling and planning the Terminus next turn, but we're gonna have to take a walloping first. On 20, it's pretty easy to take this walloping, if that is in fact the correct life total. I am not sure that it is, considering but a tapped creature with a rancor on it. So
it looks like it actually is the correct life total. The creature with the rancor on it attacked the Jace last turn.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, Justin has dropped his probably last creature in hand in a Gavany Township. He has a plan, but
all in.
Yep.
Brad Nelson, though, gonna foil that one with the Terminus.
Yeah.
Does he have the 6 land?
That may have been one of the reasons he cycled so aggressively there. He has a Supreme Verdict, so it looks like he doesn't need it.
Wow. Justin Haas just activates Gavany Township main phase, puts his blindfold over his eyes, say, please don't cast it, please don't cast it.
Hey, he got an extra point there, and now he just has to kind of wait and see what happens. If I'm Brad, I think I just Terminus here, right? I have to take 2 damage to do it, going to 13, but I think I'd rather preserve the ability to go, like, Detention Sphere plus Supreme Verdict on a later turn against a potential Planeswalker of some kind.
That definitely seems better. But no.
He's going to stay on 15. That's fair. 2 life is valuable.
Yeah, I mean, versus a green-white opponent with only 1 card in hand, though, not sure. Not sure about that play, but I'm not a former player of the year,
yeah,
so.
that's fair. We are preserving minimal value in either case.
Yeah.
Smiter. And a Rancor. Justin with 1 card still. I'm kind of curious what that card is.
Wow. Tameo, lock it down. No attacks for you. And really, Tameo has been one of the cards that's impressed me the most today.
A fair reason to go ahead and blow the Supreme Verdict early is Rootborn Defenses, which is a card some people have began adopting to play against Wrath effects, as Supreme Verdict can be beaten by Rootborn Defenses, but Terminus cannot.
Right.
So if he has seen or suspects Justin could potentially have access to Rootborn Defenses, then he would want to go ahead and burn the less reliable Wrath. Looking at Justin's list, he doesn't have that card, but it's a fair consideration.
Yeah, that might be why Brad did it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a few levels deeper than us in game. Well, than me.
He's going to go ahead and Verdict now before using Tameo to let him know if he needs to Tameo.
Rancor back in hand.
Yep.
Now that'll tap down the Township.
And this one appears to be pretty much all over.
Yeah, this seems
Brad
like
has a Jace and a Detention Sphere in his hand, and it's not looking good.
We've seen this matchup 3 times today, Blue-White-Red Miracles versus Green-White Aggro, and each time it's just been a slaughtering. Green-White Aggro traditionally does not do too well against Wrath of God effects. So all Justin has to add is land, Temple Garden. We'll see what Brad does here. Jace.
Architect of Thought.
Tightening the screws a little more.
You know, both Jaces are seeing play this weekend, as Memory Adept is a pretty reasonable card in the mirrors.
And there's one of his win conditions.
Yep. Straight to the hand.
Next
a little
turn.
strategic planning.
Next turn, he will be able to entreat for, well, if he has a land, 3 Angels, it looks like.
That's true.
That'll put it away pretty quick.
Tameo is approaching ultimate levels.
Yeah, actually, he'll probably save it for 1 more turn so he can Tameo ultimate, entreat, get it back, something like that.
Agreed. Agreed.
Not that he'll need to. Green-White Aggro can't do much against a whole mess of creatures, but he'll play it safe.
Brad was actually one of the primary designers of this particular Blue-White-Red control deck that the Roanoke players are playing. Jerry gave him credit with the list, and he was pretty excited to be playing it in the event.
If Jerry gives someone credit for a list, you know that Brad probably did all the work there.
I definitely walked out more than once at the office to see them bashing this deck against zombies, making sure they had exactly the edge they needed.
Okay, so Resto Angel flashes in, but that does not beat 2 4/4s.
There's no match for the Superior Angels.
Ooh, Rancor.
It is now a match for a Superior Angel, but not for 2.
So Justin can dash in, but that'll be quickly double blocked. Yep, there's the double block. Trade with 1 Angel. Tamio ultimate next turn.
Yep.
And that should prompt the concession after maybe 1 more card. 1 more draw step.
Goes ahead and pops the Jace. Tamio's emblem returns Jace to hand.
Yeah.
Justin has had enough.
There it is.
Okay.
Tamio emblem is one of those emblems where you just scoop.
You know, our best Tamio emblem story has to be Brian Bronduin's, in which he emblem Tamio and then targeted himself with memory adapts +0 to mill 10 cards.
That's
or should
amazing.
I say draw 10 cards.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's definitely the cutest one I've heard, and I've heard some pretty cute ones.
That's